Hello, my name is Emily Rudolph, and I was the project manager for the Lima Bar project. My fellow team members were Jason Kerwood, Rishi Shende, Chad Robinson, and Sham Murphy. I'm sure you're probably wondering what the word Lima actually means. Well, in Swahili, which is the native language in Kenya, Lima means goodness. Our project was to develop a Lima bar, which is a ready-to-use therapeutic food for the treatment of malnourished children in Kenya. Our scope statement says that we will develop a Lima bar for malnourished children in Kenya, that we will partner with an existing co-manufacturer in Kenya to help support industry there, that we will also partner with an existing charitable organization in Kenya so we can utilize their participant base to distribute the product to those in need, and that we will follow the manufacturing through to the point where we have reached a goal of 5,000 bars per week for 12 consecutive weeks, meeting all the quality goals that we have put forth for ourselves. This project will take 345 working days, and this is approximately 17 months. Some of the major project milestones that I wanted to touch on real fast is developing of the Lima bar formulation, and then having that formulation approved as a ready-to-use therapeutic food, and partnering with the raw material suppliers, partnering with the co-manufacturer, and partnering with the existing charities in Kenya. The cost for the project is $175,000, with a 15% contingency built into that, with a majority of that budget going to the execution, monitoring, and controlling phase of the project. So now that I've kind of done an overview of the project, I wanted to go into one portion of managing the project that I learned a lot from and share with you some of my insights from it. So our project was a virtual team. It was 100% virtual. We never met in person, and we were not able to have some of those personal interactions that you get with being able to meet people in person. Some of the observations that I got from that is, I'm going to be honest here, 100% honest, sometimes virtual team communication can be awkward. When you've never met someone in person, it can be hard to have phone conversations that are very natural, as well as there's no body language or body cues that you can take from one another to be able to see if someone's going to talk or if someone's agreeing with you or any of these things. Additionally, it's hard to get to know your team members as people because you're not having side conversations as you're walking into the meeting and things like that. And therefore, because of that, team building is very slow to develop. But through time, I did learn that the team members do get to know each other, and then communication does start to flow easier. So some of the lessons learned that I wanted to share in hopes that you might be able to utilize these if you ever are leading a virtual team is try, if possible, to take time at the start of your meetings to have a bit of small talk. It's not something that's very natural in a conference call setting, but it is important to be able to get to know your team members on a personal basis. Additionally to that, in order to encourage participation from all team members, I noticed that I had to pause longer than felt normal. I do believe that in phone conversations, pauses can feel much longer than they do in real life, much like when you're giving a presentation. A pause feels longer to you than it does to the other participants. So don't jump in to speak too fast. Hold back, let the pause develop, and then enable other people to participate in the conversation. And finally, I believe that the importance of organization and communication is really heightened in a virtual team. So do your diligence as the team leader to develop and distribute an agenda prior to the meeting, compile meeting notes, and distribute them as soon after the meeting as possible, and really clearly state any action items that were developed in the meeting along with the persons responsible. So thank you. Those are my observations on virtual team. Thank you very much for listening to me, and now Jason will take over.